take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards, like Michael Vick.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Jakeem Grant now to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A run for Nick Chubb. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 74 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Jaguars 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. DJ Chark, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
To throw again. Love. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Green Jack. Mike 55. Mike 55. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Love. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 55, come on, guys. 55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing again. Love. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Flushing it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 37. Check 37.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15.
26. Brings up 3rd down.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Mike, 55. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Working out of the gun, Love. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
35-yard line.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They find some open field here. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 29-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
35. And the Browns first down.
Here we go. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Record. 65.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down at the
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Jaguars nothing.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Cleveland.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They run. Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
His kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, you know, got a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the 3.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Love from the gun. He's going to air one out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on. He get. He's coming. 12, fellas, here we go. He's coming, double up. Switch. Hey, gun.
They run with Logan. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'm coming after you. Kill. 12. Check the backer.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
On the tackle.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On the ground, it's Chubb. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Garoppolo. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
That was tight right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Love now on 2nd down. Myles Garrett. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Love eluding the pressure right. And he'll let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 99 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Back, back, back.
38. To throw again. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, this is Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on
that time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Browns 17. Jaguars 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing. Love. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
46 for Mike, 46. Ain't no such thing as a loss. 21. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hey, gun. 21.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll begin by running the option. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
3-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. 6-man. Check curls.
Operating from the gun. Love sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Deuce. Check 55.
To throw on third down. Love. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
55. Right there. Green Jack. Hey, tight. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, check right. Check right. Watch 55. I'm here all day. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. First down, going to the air with Love. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Check 55. Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He was brought down by John Johnson. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check right. Check right.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, Love. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
65. Hey, gun.
They run it again with Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
White. Check it out, Lee. Hey, switch gears. I got you.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Here we go. Ready? Double dog. That's the way. Kill. Check safety. One, Omaha. That's the way. 12, fellas, here we go.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A run for Nick Chubb. Space to run past the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Browns first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me. 11. Hey, gun. Rush in. Kill. Big
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Buying time, and the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Stop your whining. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun. Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
15-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.